Here we're given a couple of vectors, v and w, and we want to find these three things. So v plus w, when you add vectors, you add them component-wise. So we just simply take the first component of v, -3, plus the first component of w, -7, put them together and write it as the first component of our answer. And then we do second component 4 plus second component -24 equals -20. So there is the sum of v plus w. Next thing it asks for here, it's got the double brackets and it means magnitude. Magnitude is the length of the vector. So in order to find the length of a vector, if I plotted v plus w, I'm -10 and -20. And so the length of the vector would be right here. If I make a triangle, this is -10, this is -20. I'm after the hypotenuse because that would be the length of the vector. So to get the magnitude of the v plus w, we're going to have the square root of each of the sides squared and added together. And so if we square that, I've got 100 plus 400, which is the square root of 500. So this is 100 times 5, and we can square root. The 100 comes out in front of the 10, and the 5 is still under. Now it does say to round to the nearest hundredth, so we could then put that in a calculator, and it's about 22.36. All right, the last thing we're supposed to do is magnitude of v and then magnitude of w and then add them together. So let's do magnitude of v. Well, looking up at v, it's -3 and 4, -3 and 4. And I recognize that as a 3, 4, 5. You could also do a Pythagorean theorem if you didn't recognize that. So that's going to be 5. And then magnitude of w, I'm going to draw w over here. W is -7 and -24. So we're after that length of that vector, -7, not drawn to scale, obviously, -24. And I recognize that one as well because there's only a few that work out evenly, but you could do the square root of 7 squared plus 24 squared, and we end up getting 25. So final thing it wanted to know was those two added together, so we'll just take our two magnitudes and add them together. You can see that obviously adding them and then doing the magnitude gives you a different result than doing the magnitudes and then adding them.